We're joined in the kitchen by Ed. Any good at cooking?
No.
Have you ever cooked anything, Ed?
Fajitas. I can do fajitas and nachos.
But do you go to buy them in the packets?
No. Well, yeah, but I cut up the peppers and vegetables and chicken and stuff. And there's a good way to make pasta now. You get reggae sauce and you swirl it around the pasta and then put cheese in it and then mix it up. It's quite good.
Right. There are other sauces you can buy.
Of course.
And you used to spend a lot of time, well, you still do. You still don't have a house, do you? You still live on a sofa.
My manager's sofa, yeah, but that's down to lack of time. Not.
Does he actually put you on a sofa? You got a spare bed?
No, literally on a sofa. It's a one.
Well, your manager sticks you on the sofa.
Yeah.
Get rid, mate.
I know.
Get a manager with 10 bedrooms.
Yeah.
West Wing. No, it's top bloke. So when you're a sofa dweller, what's the etiquette with the fridge? Are you allowed to go in it? Because you spent the last few years just sleeping on people's sofas. Are you allowed to go? Is it a bed and breakfast type arrangement?
Sometimes, but I tend to arrive really late at the house that I'm staying at with the sofa, so I don't usually go in the fridge. But my manager's wife actually makes the best cheesecake, so sometimes there's that left over, and they'll just.
It's bad for your posture, though, as well.
I've never lived on a sofa, but I imagine if someone was to sell my sofa, I'd let them have breakfast, but lunch and dinner.
You'd want them out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out for lunch and dinner or make your own.
I've had a good few nights on the sofa in our house, I'll be perfect.
Get down on the sofa!
You've got it. OK, so, all right, it's
what
time.
we're making.
We're ready to float our graphic across. We're making an apple and Cheshire cheese cobbler. Look at that, it's lovely. And it's that lovely combination that cheese and apple works so well. So you get the sweetness of the apple, and then the cheese just cuts through it. So it's really good. So we've got butter, we've got sugar, we've got cinnamon. Apples, nice thing if you're making something like an apple pie, apple cobbler, apple crumble. Use baking apples and eating apples, because they break down at different times, so you get a really nice texture. Then we've got our lovely crumbly Cheshire cheese. Then for the cobbler part, we've got some butter, some sugar, some flour, some bit of bicarb, and then we've got some sour cream. So, Ed, first job, we're going to peel apples. It's an exciting start to your apprenticeship, and basically, it's as you would expect. Just peel as well as you can. It's as simple as that. I'll do the other one well there.
Ed, the burning question for me, the thing which sticks out like a sore thumb, is why on earth did you never start a band?
I had a band at school, and we played Guns N' Roses covers, and then I was a massive fan of Damien Rice, and he kind of was doing it on his own, and I was like, oh, that's quite cool, I might start that. So I did.
But when you came down to London, there was never a thought of maybe I'll join a band or
No, because to be honest, like, I could just travel around all over the country with just a rucksack and a guitar and say yes to every single gig that I was offered. So, yeah, that was the kind of...
It is cheating a bit, though, because I believe that everyone should start in my head, my theory is you should start in a band and then split up and start a solo career.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles and everybody else.
I don't know, I might start a band.
Maybe do it the other way round. When you get older, go, hey, I'm going to start a band.
I wouldn't mind doing a kind of guerrilla sort of thing where I just get a few friends that play instruments and start a kind of supergroup.
You know when you...
And be a cartoon. Yeah.
You know when you start writing songs...
Am I doing well?
Yeah, you do brilliantly well, Ed.
Okay.
You know when you start writing songs, I always think it must be a big thing to then sort of say to other people, listen to this, it's really good. You know when you sort of... all I could equate it to is like when you were a kid at school and you would have to do poetry.
Yeah, but that's because you can't do it.
Yeah.
But he can do it.
But did you know straight off, though, you could do it when you write something? You know what, I'm
but the
confident
songs were pretty cringy to begin with. So the more I kind of gigged and the more I wrote, the songs kind of got a bit less and less...
What were you writing about to begin with?
Just, like, normal teenage stuff. Normal teenage stuff. Going out, girls, going out some more.
Drinking some cider.
Maybe.
Now, what we're going to do to chop these, Ed, basically we go down like that, turn it, down like that, turn it, down like that, down like that, and then chop them in sort of 2 or 3 bits.
See,
that's all we need to do.
Ed, if I was a singer-songwriter like yourself, don't chop your fingers off, whatever you do.
I've actually got a scar. I was just said I got a scar on there because I pushed it down the wrong way at one point.
Push what down the wrong way?
I had a knife like that.
Not here.
Not here on my hand.
We didn't do that.
No.
See, if I was a singer-songwriter like yourself, what I'd probably do is write a song about a birthday, maybe.
Yeah?
Good one. One about celebration. That's always good for sports montages. Maybe one about Christmas. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Number one's a good word.
Thinking about your future. Yeah, anything with number 1 in.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah. Champion.
You're a loser. I'm depressed.
I will always love you. One of those vibes.
Oh, yeah.
That might have been already done, though.
You're injured. I don't know, anything. Anything they can use on sporting montages.
Do you know what? Having a song that has a phrase that no one's used before is probably a good look. So you saying you're injured?
Yeah, you're injured.
I might have to take that from you.
There was that song Bandages by who sung that? Help me, Ed. Bandages. Who sung that?
Okay, so we've got in here, we've got butter and we've got sugar and we've got cinnamon. We then add all of our apple. Ed, that's brilliant. We can chuck all of that apple into here and we cook that for 4 or 5 minutes until the apple's nice and soft. Right.
How am I doing that?
Yeah, mate, I'll chuck that in for you.
Sure.
Tim, can you just chuck into the processor?
Yeah.
All of that goes into there together with that, and then we just need to pulse it, Tim, so it just comes together. Okay.
I haven't got a lid.
Sorry, mate. That'll do. We can leave it on. And then...
Leave it on?
Yeah, just a little bit more. Turn it off. And then we add our sour cream. So basically what we're making now, this is almost like a scone topping. That's what differentiates a cobbler from a crumble. A crumble, you rub it all together. With a cobbler, then we get it to come together. So sticky. Yeah, and just till it just comes together. That'll do. That's absolutely fine. OK, so now we've got all that nice flavour in there. So what we do is we chuck all of this. This is just combining. So it's nice and sticky, and that's what you want. You've not done anything wrong if you make this and it's sticky. That's exactly what we're looking for. OK, so what we do, imagine that our apples have cooked for 5 minutes or so and are nice and soft. We then tip all of the apples into here, or whatever fruit you do, and you can use whatever fruit you want, Ed. Wherever you are in the world, whatever fruit there happens to be, you can do it. We stick all of that in there. Let's get that cinnamon stick out.
Ed, do you want to learn some of this for your sofa surfing?
Yeah, maybe I could just give it as penance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't got any rent, but I've got a cheese and apple pie.
and then basically, all you do, Ed, is get clumps of this, and it doesn't matter if it's sticky, and just dollop them around.
Why are you doing that, Ed? We've got lots of marriage proposals for you. Have come through, which is good. Are you married yet?
I'm not aware.
Not aware. Claire Robertson says to you, do you have any advice for an aspiring 15-year-old musician? Come on, what's your advice for kids out there who want to do it like you?
Advice is pretty much, I view songwriting in gigs as a kind of dirty tap. When you turn on a dirty tap and it kind of spits out muddy water for about a minute and then it starts kind of flowing well. So the first gigs you do are going to be really bad and the first songs you write are going to be really bad, but the more you push at it, then you're going to kind of get into a flow of it, and it's kind of practice makes perfect.
I like that.
So just
really good.
don't view a bad song as a bad experience, because you've got it out and then the next song you write is going to be better, and don't view a bad gig as a bad experience because you've learnt from it.
Good. I like that. OK, so all of that goes on top, and then finally...
Right?
Yeah, it's good. Absolutely fine. And then finally we crumble our cheese on top. We bake that then for about 20 to 25 minutes. And what we end up with...
Here we go. We've got a pie.
Is...
Cheese and apple pie.
We have this delicious apple and cheese cobbler. Like that. There we go. Beautiful. So, what we're going to do... So it's lovely. You've got that little bit of acidity in there from the cheese. We've got lots and lots of apple. It's crunchy on the top, soft and chewy underneath.
Oh, I don't like that plate.
And then we serve with a little bit of creme fraiche for some added deliciousness. Go for it,
guys.
Angel, Ed, Lou,
taste
Tim,
that.
go for it.
Angel's watching me.
What are you?
I'm sorry, I've just come over to say hi.
What are you cooking in the final dish?
We're doing a prawn curry with a potato dumpling.
Okay.
Might get a bit of crumble there.
It'll be hot as well. Nice.
Is that good,
Cheese,
Lewis?
apple.
Okay,
Nice,
right.
it's
Now it's
hot,
cocktail
blow.
time next with Wayne. But before we can relax and drink those, we need to test the brain cells once more and try and guess this week's deja vu.
This is good.
Okay, we've got a few gadgets here.
Yeah, we have.
Ed is playing with the first one.
Yeah, these are air swimmers.
Let it go and give it a.
So
Whoa! Come down.
So
Yeah.
we've got helium-filled balloons. So we've got either a shark or a lovely clownfish here, and you can see that there's this little bit here, which is got waggling tail.
Look, Matrix.
It's good fun, isn't it? So you can, if you hold it, it does a 360-degree turn. So if you just hold it one way, and there's a remote control, so there's a climb and dive option. So you can see this grey bit is moving. So Ed's controlling that. So there's a weight. And so the further forward it is, it will be climbing, and the further back, it will be nose diving.
You're doing really well
cool.
there.
It's really nice, isn't it? Literally swimming through the air.
This bit under here is the bit which
it, so you
controls
control
the
that,
up
so
and down,
I'll
so
show
you
you
can
that.
make it go up and down.
That's it.
And then you can do its. Can you make it go up and down?
Can't do
There you
that.
go. That's the one's not working. But that one is, as you can see.
That's it. So Ed's using the controls for left and right, and he's moving the tail.
Come back! Fly!
So it's really cool. So what I like with the climb and dive function is that you can actually send it up. So if we bring it down...
Yeah, better not put it in the hot lights there, Ed.
So he's moving the weight forward, so it's literally going to nosedive now.
So how much is that one?
So they're $39.99, so you can either have a shark or it'll be clownfish.
And you take it, you have to take it to you've got to put it up with
helium.
helium.
So you have to inflate it with helium, but if you go to a florist or a party shop or anywhere that sells kind of helium balloons, they'll fill it up for you.
Okay.
And it's just really cool. I'd love to see it kind of coming up or down the stairs if I was at home.
All right, brilliant. Let's go
Thanks
move
for
on
that,
onto the next gadget. Thanks, Ed. And I think you need to go and get yourself ready for the final gadget as well. What is
Good, that's you.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm just going to send our sharks flying that way, I think.
Yeah, go on. What's this?
Right, so we've got the Ghetto Blaster 2 here. So pretty petite for a Ghetto Blaster. It uses vibrations with a solid surface to change whatever that solid surface is into a speaker itself. So it's quite weighty. Do you have a little feel?
Yeah, it's really heavy. That's the nice thing about it. It's really nice and heavy.
But also, with the big name of the Ghetto Blaster, it's it's quite petite. So we're going to be playing Bonkers. So I'm just going to pick it up so you can see how you can't really hear it that well. So let me just get it onto. So you can't.
Is it in there yet?
This wasn't on.
All right.
So you can't really hear it now, so I'll put it next to my microphone. So it's pretty unimpressive, isn't it? So put it on glass. So that's amplifying the sound there. And we've actually got a volume control on here as well.
Right.
So
and that's on glass.
Yeah, so that's on glass. So that's sort of reverberating.
I'm gonna put it on some wood.
So that's better, isn't it? I think the bar stool's better than that. Better than the glass surface. So it amplifies the sound. You can put it on a window. It has like a sucker that you can put on there, so it reverberate on the window and kind of make the window shake a little bit. So like a portable party, really.
We've had these on before, and they used to be huge, didn't they?
So when they first came about, so when I first started seeing these speakers, they're really chunky, really ugly, and they were hundreds and hundreds of pounds. They've really come down in price, and they've made them look quite stylish, I think.
Right, OK. That's pretty...
Yeah, so they used to be sort of around £350, but they've come down to about $79.99, which is all right.
OK. All right, well, how much was those, did you say?
They're $79.99 in these 4 colours.
$79.99. Now, Ed was going to trial a new game, but as stuff would have it, electrics and gadgets don't work. But you've not even passed your driving test yet, have you?
I've never even taken a lesson.
You've never taken...
This is like your first lesson at Formula One.
It's nice to sit in the seat, though. I feel at home.
You feel like you could be an F1 driver?
Maybe.
Practice parallel parking later.
Thanks to our gadget consultant, Ed, down there, and to Ella. We'll see you soon. Blimey, thought we were about to have a dance there, Ed. Thanks, Louise. We can reveal that the Deja Vu year when Jurassic Park released this song was the release of this song was #1. The year was 1997. That's it. 1997. And that band that I was thinking of was Hot Hot Heat, who wrote Bandages. We've got stuck into our food already. It's nearly finished. Well, I got
definitely eaten all of his.
Pretty good.
He likes it. An email from Nathan here, Ed, for you. Is it true you won Norwich Next Big Thing? If so, I'm entering next year with your song Uni. Any tips? Did you win that?
I did, yeah.
Did you?
Back in 2008, yeah.
So what happens when you win it? What did you win?
I won that guitar, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. And some studio time.
That's pretty good. What do you think? I've got to ask you, because we ask everyone who comes on the show, what do you think of X Factor and those sort of competitions? Hey, didn't someone sing one of your songs on X Factor the other day?
Yeah.
It's surreal,
Was that good or bad?
Well, it's back in the top 10, so I think it's probably a good thing.
What do you think of those competitions?
I mean, there's a time and a place for them, and the sort of people that go on them are the sort of people that, you know, kind of need to take that route, and I wouldn't want to kind of pass judgment on anyone taking that route.
Would you have entered one of those competitions if it had been another 3, 4, 5 years down the line? You think, oh...
If I couldn't play the guitar, I would, yeah. I definitely would.
Right. When are you starting touring, by the way?
I start touring in October and run straight through to the end of January.
OK.
So did the guy, though, on X Factor, he really taken your song to heart.
Yeah.
He really looked like, wow, that was his anthem, wasn't it? He, stolen your song to make it his anthem, which is quite cool.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was surreal to watch.
Yeah.
Angel, what's that like?
It's